There it is.
Oh, wow. Okay, another swerve. Is that going to be a Gushin carry or a Bane jungle?
Gushin is back.
Gushin is back.
And in the right place, I think, this time around.
Yeah, the last time we saw Gushin was, of course, for Auster Force versus NXP, where it was in the gold lane. Now it's going to be... yeah, I think that is going to be the Granger jungle. You're right here. And so Execration bringing up the Bane, something that Omega dished this time around. So this might be your physical damage Bane that we're going to be seeing here, considering how you're going to be getting a bit of magic damage anyway from the Faramis. And we've seen just how much of a tower breaking menace a physical damage Bane is.
Yep, and again, that's essentially what we can expect from the young man, Dwayne Pilas Kelra. And that's who I believe is going to be playing the Bane. Could be mistaken here. And there you go. That's going to be the Chang pickup. And
Heath with the Matilda, Curtisi, of course, with another safe mage here on the Chang'e. So the distance that they have here means that it reduces the risk of them being so close to the Execration lineup. Of course, that'll be their approach to the objective team fights here, or the team fights in general, just to avoid getting, what do you call this, repunished, or avoiding the second win that Execration will show up when they get respawned. Interesting choices here. 2 arrivals. And that's, okay, a purely push-focus Bane.
Yep, that's going
with
to
a
be
magic killer.
Mage killer. But
yeah.
Again, he's killed by a mage right here. Toshi gets an early double, and Etomax, late to the party here, throws out an Abyssal Arrow, misses the first big fight up top, not even a minute in.
Okay, Execration, they're gonna say, okay, let's try that just one more time here. So now we're gonna be seeing a 1-2-2 type of rotation between these two squads. Interesting start here. Let's see who's gonna win out this duel.
Yeah, for real this time, says Execration. Kelra still keeping up the aggression, and it looks like they're allowing it.
This is interesting.
Pakbet is on something else.
They're just throwing bodies. Okay, it's not like it's a feeding Diggy, but it's a
feeding Bane?
They're doing everything they can to just take down the tower as quickly as possible. That's why they have the 2 arrivals. And so that way, they can stop Toshi from pushing out. But the problem is, at one point, you're going to meet a wall. Because that wall is going to start dashing and throwing magic damage at you, because Toshi's getting a lot of early kills.
Yep, it's essentially going to hit critical mass. Chakno goes down one more time. Zaman Force underneath Kelra. They're still pulling off the same strategy. Kill VJ from the bottom bush here, looking for one. Gonna try to go for that sword spike. Lets it go. Interesting. This is another take at, again, the Diggy strategy, but this time around, it's Chakno and the Faramis plus one other. I believe that the Mage Killer could have been the Mage Killer Bane could have been anything. Like, they're just saying, pick your poison. If we're gonna try to split the map, let's split the map. But again, I agree with you. I think it's gonna hit critical mass at some point. Now another team fight has broken out. Both teams, again, I think they're meeting at the happy medium. Omega, they'll pick up fights that they know that they can win, and then Execration, this is something else. The crazier side of them.
Yeah, here comes Adjuzi though.
Oh, deadly catch to nothing. Oh, okay. You know what? You know when you're watching like a weird psycho thriller, and then you go, oh. We've yet to see that.
Yeah, we're not at the awe moment yet. You're just at the But Execration does get the first turtle of the game. So far, all the action has been up top. There goes the arrival. They're going to try to cut the wave. They're just going straight for it. They're making the most out of the feature of the Bane.
And it's working somewhat. We have seen hyper push lineups like this. And yeah, the cult altar off of Faramis is working.
Wow.
But just the same, this does put them at a close number, about 1,000 and change, maybe close to 2,000 between. But the numbers have to check out at some point.
Yeah. Okay, now let's look at what Omega's doing here. They have lost the lane of Toshi. There's still some energy shielding turret left, but of course the return that they got is the gold that Toshi was able to get. He does have the mystery shop on him. Yes, it still stands that since Kelra and Chakno have died often, they're going to be worth less with each kill, but Renzo might get picked up.
Hajizi gets blasted by Renzo, and Kenji not able to finish the job. Oh, misses!
Renzo!
And I think this is going to be Renzio going down.
No.
VJ finishes. And yeah, again, this is Renzio on the Fakiro. He's so good at this. He's so prolific at this hero. And yeah, another cult altar. But just the same, Etomax falls. And they're going to go for the second tier turret. That's at about, what, a third?
Wow, absolutely shredded are all the towers right now. And all he has is one Legion sword. One Legion sword.
And Swift Boots.
And Swift Boots for the attack speed.
He wants to wail at the turrets. And what was that, 2,700?
Yeah.
He just built the Malefic,
the Malefic Roar
right.
too. Okay, yeah, this is something Omega really has to watch out for now, because the threat of just Execration doing this over and over again. This is Execration coming to Omega and saying, Omega, we've come to bargain. And at one point, the bargain is going to pay off here for Execration, though Toshi just scored another godlike. And what's happening in the other part of the map, a lot of focus, of course, on Keller and Chakno. KLVJ undisturbed with the farm. 1-0-1. All the first objectives so far have gone to the side of Execration and KLVJ. Omega are just trying to do what they can here, but now, because of the threat that Chakno and Keller pose in the top lane, they're starting to get split up.
Yep, and there's no room for Toshi. He has to find farm elsewhere. Turtle fight right here. That's unable to keep up and get it. Circling Eagle onto the king. KLVJ gets blasted here by the machine. And from the back lines, GZ gets taken down by Etomax. Deadly catch set in. Toshi chasing down Chaknu. He's going to get his man here. Oh, but that second skill on Faramis able to keep him alive.
Wow.
Now, the Mamba lives.
Yeah, the Mamba lives. Chak Mamba 2 Electric Boogaloo is on, but it's an interesting sequel.
It's a different director.
It's a different director, a different writing team. If the first one was an action thriller, this time it's a buddy cop comedy film with Chaknu and Kelra.
That's animated.
And it's animated.
There you go. It's so far from what we're expecting.
This is a different Execration we're seeing right now. They're going to try this again.
And I think they're going to get it. Look at this. Deadly catch into the turret. And Omega, they're doing damage control. That's all that they can do. Look.
Oh my goodness. Execration. This is something incredibly different. It is the physical damage Bane we saw Omega bring out. The Faramis tank that we saw Todak bring out. And Execration says, yeah, this is how we're going to do it. KLVJ is going to get taken out.
King falls. Sitting now currently at a 1-2 and 2. Interesting. I think they built the skeleton, the foundation of this. I hate to say this, but this feels like cheese, all right? If you're lactose intolerant, you're going to have to live with this, because the main skeleton of this lineup is, the Faramis, the Bane, and the Selena.
Wow.
You need something to arrival onto. And yet they penetrate at 7 minutes.
It's the true damage. Oh my goodness, they're going straight for the base. Look at the damage. That is what you get from the armor penetration, the extra damage to the turrets with the Malefic Roar, and the nature of the Bane with the true damage from the empowered basic attack passive. When he uses his abilities, you see him do the tidal wave swing, that basic attack. That's true damage. That's why it's hurting the turrets so much.
And Mage Killer giving him a 20% damage boost. It's crazy.
Exactly.
Crazy
to the turrets.
Crazy is an understatement. The fact that we're not even at Lord yet, and they're already going straight for the base, and Omega is scrambling to find an answer.
Pure, utter mad genius. Look at that, Chaknu and Kelra still trying to go at it. But they might have hit, or they're starting to feel the resistance, but no, they're not.
Well, a few seconds to try and understand what's going on. I'm pretty sure Toshi here is just giving a huge sigh of relief. Like, it's heard up to the studio right here. Like, woo!
Yep. Oh, man. This is just speechless. Current progress, 1 assist away for Chakno, hitting the 300 mark.
Oh, he just needs one more?
He just needs one more, and I'm sure he'll get it.
Sitting at 299. Oh, they're going to try the same thing right now. In mid, circling Eagle by Heath here. And the Cult Altar, I believe, has already been locked in. There it is. It's standing out. It's throwing out all sorts of damage. There's mayhem here in Omega's jungle. And KLVJ throws out. His ult fails to pull off the combo. No casualties yet here for Omega, but they do lose tier 1 turret.
Yep. Omega they are losing in terms of the push. And now they have to start again, they've been committing bodies to try and defend. But Execration so far, the fights that they want to take and win, they're not getting it. Score is 5-28. KelVJ was left undisturbed for the farm, but he's having a bit of a difficulty making this Gushin jungle work.
Communication is key here, Reptar. I think they've unlocked that much, and combined that with a strategy as off-kilter as this, Chaknu's gonna fall here. I think he already has. But I think, yeah, if I'm not mistaken, he does lock in the Cult Altar, but to not much effect. It takes a lot of communication, yeah, definitely, to pull this off. Like, all right, traps are there, says Eto Max, go for it, arrival in.
Yep. When the panel said communicate well, I definitely did not have this in mind, but they definitely tick that box. A Lord has spawned now. Holy Crystal was picked up there by KelVJ, so he's not lacking in the damage department, but the execution department is what's falling a bit short on his end. But it's not to the fault of KelVJ, it's just that Omega are responding well to this interesting tactic that they find themselves in. And now they are still definitely in this game. As the game goes on, it's going to be a little bit harder for Execration to pull off what they want to do with the split pushes. They will have the damage though, but the question is, will they be able to out-damage the hold that Omega will bring?
You know what? What's scary here? Kelra falls. I think Chakra was able to drop in the Cult Altar, but they're still going to keep going. Zaman Force locked in, but circling, he's going to take down the King, but he already secured the Lord. He doesn't mind. And look at the base here. Kenji is on cleanup duty. He's there to stop Kelra and Chaknu, well, they're ghosts, from doing what they've been doing since minute 0. And right now, the Lord that Omega needed is on the side of EXE. It has spawned, and it's going through that lane that they just pierced so hard.
Yeah. Oh man, this looks really tough here for Omega. But again, they're holding on here. They have a bit of a gold lead. Oh, Kelra and Chaknu with a backdoor attempt.
Here we go. Can they stop it? Deadly catch. Casted onto the base. Hold on to your horses, ladies and gentlemen. They just need a few more hits. Oh, but the burst is real for Omega. They're
back again.
In it. They're still in it. And look at that. The base sits at what? A 10th of its health, and it's still hanging on. This was something that I wanted to ask earlier. What is the rate of a base healing? Omega struggling here to take down the Lord, and they have to clear mid.
Again, Execration have come here to bargain with Omega, and I think one more attempt at that should end the game here. And Omega, oh, they're stuck at base. They have to clear waves because there are arrivals on the side of Execration on Kelra, Chaknu, and Itomax.
It's so simple, Reptar. All that Itomax has to do is drop an Abyssal Trap, and then in comes Kelra and Chaknu. What are you talking about? Double K connection? It's Chakelra.
Chakelra. I was about to say something else, but it wouldn't sound right.
I think we'll stick with Chakelra.
Yeah. Kelnu?
Oh, Chakra! Chakra!
Chakra, there we go.
Chakra combo, oh no.
They're trying to do it.
Double.
And
I think what they're doing is they're just throwing bodies right in front of it. Then they catch onto the base. Chakra's still alive. Kelra's still there. Will we see an upset? Oh, one more hit. Is still standing. They stop it. They stop it with just the right amount of effort, and the base is still here.
And now Omega, they're rushing. They want to end this. The members of Execration have been wiped out. Itomax has returned though. Chaknu and Kelra making a comeback as well. Let's see if Execration will be able to defend.
Zaman Force here let down, and Itomax gets slain. Kelra is here as well. Zaman Force by Toshi. It's on cooldown, so they can't use it to space out. And there's a deadly cast to clear the wave. And down goes Kelra. Heath goes Flicker back, and they're still alive. They're still okay, and it sucks that Kenji is the one that they left here to clear the way, but this is what Omega needed. Execration, oh, they felt a blowback.
Oh, Omega, they are still definitely in this. This is, again, high risk, incredibly high reward lineup here for Execration, because if they get wiped out, Omega has a chance to end the game.
Here it is, KelVJ going for the combo, gets slain by Daisy. Renzio as well, knocked out. Etomax struggling to stay alive. Arrival play onto the base. Toshi's still alive. Etomax stakes him down.
Chaknu's here, and Omega have not been able to end, but here comes Kelra, Leo.
Kelra with the deadly catch to finish, and Kenji was unable to quell the invasion.
Oh, man.
This winning moment is brought to you by Oppo A94.